Welcome to Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks. I'm Michelle Fitzgerald, aka Fitzy, and I'm an independent advisor for Creative Memories Scrapbooking, and I'm here to help you make your scrapbooks fabulous. And today we are going to do the project recipe for Tropic Time. It's such a nice collection. I love it. It's so much fun, and I think you're going to enjoy using it. So let me just get to my workspace here and get this started. Okay, so you are going to need, if you're playing along with me, your 12-inch trimmer. You'll want a pair of scissors. Always have your multi-purpose tool handy. Definitely your repositionable tape runner. You're also going to want your jumbo circle pattern and your red blade and a 13-inch mat, which I always have my mats here to work on. And then the brand new Monstera leaf punch. Monstera leaves. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a beautiful punch. I love it. So I've already created this once, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me just move a few things off my space here. Ta-da! Isn't it pretty? So I felt like this was a pretty simple one to create. So hopefully I'm not wrong. So what you're going to need are 2 sheets of cardstock. Today I'm using Island Waters and Tangerine. Now on my camera view, I'm noticing Tangerine is showing up looking like yellow, but it's really not. And I don't know how it looks to you guys, but it's really like a peachy kind of color, salmon in that family. Let me put it next to, this is gold here, and you still can't really see the difference, but I'm promising you, I'm not lying. It's really more of a peachy color, okay? And then we're going to use 3 sheets of decorative paper from the Tropic Time Designer Paper Pack. So I'm using the Gold Sunshines, this beautiful floral print, and this beautiful coral color that has the little, I think they look like pussy willows on the back, but you can call them what you want. They could be flowers or pussy willows, I'm not sure. And it doesn't show up well on my camera until I put it up close. So there you go, just so you can see what that pattern looks like. All right. So these are the 3 designer prints. These are our 2 cardstocks. And I think we're just going to get right into it. So the first thing, these 2 prints here are actually going to be my 2 base pages. So I'm going to put them to the side for a few minutes. We'll get back to those. Don't you worry. And then my next sheet here, what I'm going to do is take my, you know what, I'm going to move a couple of these just like so. I'm going to punch 2 borders from my leaf punch here. Just moving things around. So go ahead if you're working with me and punch your borders. Now I've been doing a few different layouts with this collection, and I have to tell you, I am really falling in love with it. I don't know how or why, but it's just a beautiful, and I'm just going to tell you before I forget, you have to be a little careful when punching this one because these little points of the leaves can easily get stuck. So you want to be very gentle. I have to remind myself that because sometimes I get a little carried away. And whoops, I just want to cover my little print. Right, so there's one. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to do one more, and always remember to get rid of all that little extra stuff that jumps out so you don't have any trouble punching your second border. My mat's getting a little sticky, so I think I need to give it a good cleaning after today's video. And while I'm doing this, I just want to thank everybody who reached out while I was a little under the weather the last really 2 weeks. Have some kind of a viral thing that was pretty nasty and just didn't want to go away. But I appreciate all your comments. It was very nice to see what some of you wrote. So thank you. All right, I'm just going to remove these scraps to get some more room on my workspace. All right, so we're done with the punch. We don't need that any longer for this layout. But now we're going to finish cutting this paper. All right, so I'm going to come this way. And as you can see, after I punched, I got a little bit of a not so straight edge. So I'm going to leave this on the right side of my trimmer and cut this way. All right. So I'm going to make two, and I think it is, I'm going to make two 1.5 inch strips. So I'm going to line up at the 1.5 inch mark. So 1.5 inches if you're a decimal person, or 1.5 inches if you're not. All right. My daughter, the math major, would be very proud of the fact that I'm using decimals and fractions today. Who knew? All right, now I'm going to turn my paper and just rotate it. So one turn. So now it's horizontal. And I'm going to cut at the 4.25 inch mark. Well, let me turn it this way too, just so. All right. I'm just going to ease off that little bit of icky. Right. Perfect. And let's see, I'm going to do that on this one too, because it's just a little bit. There we go. All right. So now these are nice and straight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put one border, one strip, and one rectangle on to my left. And I'm going to put these other pieces here to my right. And then I just have this little piece left from that paper we were just cutting. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut off this little ragged edge here. All right, so now I am going to cut a 2 3/4 inches. So at 2 3/4 inches, give it a nice cut. And then again at 2 3/4 inches. Oops. All right, and I'm going to put one here and one here. This piece is scrap, so you can throw that out. All right, so now my next thing, and it's a little bit tricky, but I think you can do it. We're going to take our Island Waters paper, and we're going to use this 45-degree angle line. And I'm just going to hold it up to the camera so you can see it. So, see this diagonal line? It's the 45-degree angle line. All right. So what we're going to do is take the corner, and I'm going to come into the trimmer from the right-hand side and move to the left. All right. And then what I'm going to do for this is line it up this pointy corner at the 2.5 inch mark, making sure it's going along the 45-degree angle line. So once you know where your 2.5 inch mark is, put the point on it, and then just line up. Okay. I hope that's all easy to see. And then we're going to cut. Right. And now I'm going to turn again, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line that point up of the next corner to the 2.5 inch line. I'm going to make sure that's correct. And I'm going to go along that 45-degree angle line. So it's a nice diagonal. And then I'm going to cut. And I'm going to do it 2 more times. So line up at that 2.5 inch mark and just make sure. It sounds trickier than it is, I think. It's actually not that hard. I hope that's what you think. That's what I think. If you're playing along, please, by all means, let me know how you're doing. All right, so 2.5 inch mark, and I'm going along that nice 45-degree angle line. So once that's done, you should have a piece that looks like this. And this could be fun to use in itself, right? But we're not using it like this today. But another time maybe. So we now have 4 triangles. So we're going to put 2 to the left and 2 to the right. All right. And now I'm going to center this on my mat. And it's really simple because I still have a straight edge on all 4 sides, which makes it really easy to line it up on your mat. And then you're going to take your jumbo circle. Now I have my jumbo circle labeled in different ways. So I like to know where the left side is. And then I have a little black dot in the middle, so I can kind of line up at the 6 inch mark on all 4 6-inch quadrant areas, if that makes sense. I hope it does. And once I look like I'm pretty well lined up, I am going to stand for this just so I can see. I'm going to hold down that pattern. I'm going to use the outside groove. And I'm just putting those pegs in, and I'm just going to cut. And it's okay to switch hands. Just keep that pattern still. That's all you need to do. And then once you think you've cut, just try to lift up. Oh, look at that. And now look at this pretty thing. I can certainly use this for something else. So this is going to get put aside for a bit. I'm sure I can figure out what to do with that. And now we have our circle. All right. So then I'm going to go back to my trimmer with this circle. And I'm going to line the circle up to the 4 inch mark. So I'm going to put it up as high as I can to stabilize it. And then what's nice is there's this bold line right here at the 4 inch mark, and it's pretty much where the height of the circle hits. So it's actually a perfect way to line it up. All right. So now I have my 2 circles. So the bigger one is going to go to the right, and the smaller one is going to go to the left. All right. And then we just have 1 sheet left to cut. And to make it a little easier, actually, it's more about to just save on paper. What I'm going to do is line my paper up to the 8.5 inch mark and cut. This piece here is extra. You're not going to use it, so you can just put that to the side. And now we have what we're going to need to cut. And so we're going to line this paper up at the 4.25 inch mark. Right. And then we're going to do the same with this, the 4.25 inch mark. And actually, you know what? It's already there. So we're good. Okay. So now we're going to put these two, I'm stacking them, all right? And now I'm going to cut these at the 4 1/4 inch mark. So now we're going to end up with 4 1/4 inch squares. There's one, and I'm going to do it again. Now, if you're not comfortable with the stacking thing, just cut them one at a time. That's fine. I just like to make it as quick as I can. All right. And we are going to put 2 to the left and 2 to the right. And then all we have left are these 2 little squares. Now, because they're small, I'm going to cut these separately. I'm not going to stack them. And we are going to make 2 3/4 inch squares out of these. So just line up to the 2 3/4 inch mark here. And again. Okay, there's one square, and then we're going to do the same with this one. 2 3/4 inches. Oh, and in decimals, that would be 2.75. Oh, my daughter, the math major, she'll love me. All right, so these little pieces here, oops, I can't even lift them. All of this here is scraps, so you can get rid of that. And then we have these 2 little squares left. And what we're going to do is take both of them, and I want to line these up on the cut line corner to corner. So now we have 2 little triangles. And I'm going to do it one more time. And if you're not sure where you're cutting, use your little guide. I love those guides. They save me every time. Sometimes you just want to be really precise, and they help you do that. All right. So now we have our 4 little triangles, and I'm going to put 2 to the left and 2 to the right. And that's it. Our cutting is done. Now we can put things together. So let me get the 2 base sheets. So here's one. And I'm going to put these aside just for a little bit. We can look at them again if you want to. They're so pretty, aren't they? Okay. So the first thing I want to do is take care of the circles. So let's get some tape runner going. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Let me see. Do I have my other one handy? Yeah, I do. Always need a spare. All right, and then you're just going to try to center this as best you can, and you want it to go flush on the edge. So going to be just about there, I think. That looks good. Great. And then once you have the first page down, the second one's a little easier because you can just kind of follow what you did on that first one. All right. We have our circles down. And the next thing we're going to do are the borders, these 2 strips. So I'm going to reverse one. So one is going to be the lighter one and one's going to be more bold. So let's tack these down. And when you're using the 13-inch mat, it really helps to make things straight when you're trying to get things to be straight. See how quick this is coming together? I love a quick, easy page that looks like it took forever to create, right? All right, so we have those two strips, and now, oops, we're going to take our leaves and put those down. Got a little edge here I'm just going to cut off. Okay. Put in the comments if you've ever done a project recipe before. I feel like some people have and some people haven't. I know the last time I did one, I think I did polar lights on YouTube. Somebody asked me where you get them, and I thought it was something that you could get anywhere, but apparently you can only get it from your advisor. I wasn't aware of that. You learn something new every day. So I am putting kits together. If you like this and you want the whole kit, it comes with the instructions. Let me know. You can email me at fitzy'sfabulousScrapbooks@gmail.com. And that'll be in the description in this video as well. The kit would come with 3 pieces of designer paper, 2 pieces of cardstock, and then embellishments and stickers. And the kits are $12 per kit. All right, so this is so pretty. Okay. So now we're going to come to our triangles. So on each side, you should have 2 of the island waters and 2 tangerine. So we're just going to layer these. All right, and then these are going to be our corners. All right, so, and we just put these flush up against the side and the top or the bottom, depending on where the triangle is of the page. Just want to make sure I got that right. I did. Oh, this is so pretty. All right. We are coming along here. All right, so now we need to place our mats. So I'm just going to kind of map it out a little bit before I go too crazy. That's the basic idea there. And these are mats, so most of them, if not all, will be covered with a photo. Oops, did I do this? I want this one later too. Yeah. All right. So now I'm just going to tack down these mats. I'm going to do the cardstock first. Does anyone ever do this? You want to tack down your cardstock. So instead of just putting the tape runner on the top, you turn it over and put the tape runner on and then turn it again. I realized I was doing that one day and I'm like, why did I do that? I just thought that was kind of funny. I hope I'm not the only one. Feel free to let me know. You can put that right in the comments. Oops. That not so straight. There. And we're basically, it's just kind of a symmetrical layout. So that makes things fairly simple. I like that. Oops. There we go. And then I'll just show you how I did my little decorative border on the triangles. Hope you all had a nice weekend this weekend. It's a little chilly and rainy and snowy here in New England. All right, now let me just get my stickers. Oh, where'd I go? They're right here. All right, so I'm going to take the border strip stickers. And I'm going to start with any corner. It doesn't really matter which one. And I'm just going to overlap. I'm going to let it hang off a little bit from the paper. And I'm just going to, whoops, make sure it's tacked down. All right. And then I'm just going to take my scissors. I like cutting from the back so then I can really see what's getting cut. All right. And there is, oops, goes down this way. Corner number one. Yay. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with all four corners. I just want to fix this little, you know me, if it's not perfect. There we go. All right. And then just going to line that up like so. All right. So that is page 1. Let me get this other border here. I really feel like these borders just really finish it off nicely. It just gives it a nice finished look. Oops. I didn't realize I wasn't on camera. I'm sorry. I'll do the next one on camera, I promise. I just happened to look up and noticed. I'm like, I'm not on camera. That's just a little piece. Good. All right. So that is that one. And then the last one. So I already have a little bit of a straight edge here, so I'm going to just start it there. All right. And then I'm just going to come back. Oh, you know what? Not going to move down. Redo that. There we go. Much better. And now I'm just going to flip it over and cut off the extra. All right. And there you have it. And then the rest is just embellishing and making it pretty and adding your photos. Not a bad deal. So that is the project recipe for Tropic Time. I hope you love this collection. On Wednesday, I have my wish list Wednesday video coming out featuring this collection. So it'll show you everything that this collection has. So I hope you're able to watch that. That will be out at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, or I guess it's standard time right now. And that's that. So let me come back up to the full view here. Hello. So that's it. That's my project recipe for Tropic Time. And again, I can put kits together for this. And I believe the last one I did on YouTube was Polar Light. So I can put one together for that as well. So if those are things you're interested in, again, just reach out to me by email, or you can message me through Facebook, whatever works for you. My email and website, all of that will be linked in the description of this video. Okay. And I also have links on my YouTube channel on the header page. So if you're looking for any way to find me, you can find me in those links as well. If you enjoyed this and you like what I've been doing, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. My goal is to help everybody learn how to use our products and to get their albums completed and feeling good about your albums too, knowing that you love how they look. That's a big deal. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. And let's see. Oh, if you don't already have a fabulous advisor, well, I would love to be yours. So please feel free to, there are different ways, you know, we can, you can join Crop Crew, which is our subscription group, $25 for a quarter. You get a weekly class and a Saturday every month. The Saturdays are on months that we don't have weekend events. Just want to clarify that. And let's see what else. We do pop-up crops. You can join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is, I will also have that in the description. It's FRQ Glitz Girls at Scrapbooking group. Ooh, it's been a long weekend. All right, so I think that's all I have today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're looking to do what I do, it's not that hard. You make a little extra money and you have some fun. And I can't tell you how many wonderful people I have met. And it doesn't matter if you just want the discount or if you want to run a business. I can help you with either or. You can become part of, oh, let me show you. Team Fitzy's Fabs. Oops, it's this way. One of my teammates, Lisa, made this shirt for us. Ari and Lisa and I run the Glitz Girls scrapbooking group, and they're two of my teammates, but we have other team members too. So again, if it's something you're looking to do, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to answer any questions you have. All right. I think that's it for now. I hope you all have a wonderful week. If you can, catch my Wish List Wednesday video on Wednesday. And if not, I will see you same time, same place next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, have a wonderful week. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.